Hello and welcome to Magsie's Fun Time. This is Magzie here. We are back here on Hypixel Skyblock. This is a vanilla server. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this, guys. Usually, when we get done with bingo, we start back on our regular profiles. But I did promise you guys I would start a new profile and kind of get like the new player experience. And I thought we would tweak that just a little bit, and I would go ahead and do a new player's guide for 2026. I haven't done this in a while, and there's lots of different aspects of the game that I can give you guys tips and tricks and that kind of stuff for. And so I want this to be at least like a 10, 12 part series, and then we're going to go back to regular profile. We're not going to keep the profile, anything like that. It's not going to, they're not deleting the old profile. So I'm just going to go over starting a new profile, if you're a new player, that kind of stuff. Just general tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. So to get started, you need to add Skyblock to your server or multiplayer screen. If you go all the way back, you'll be at the screen. You click multiplayer, and then I would suggest you go to Hypixel Skyblock, the Hypixel website. On there, there'll be a little icon that you can click for the IP address that just copies it, and then you'll come to Add Server, and then you'll put Hypixel in here. I'm not going to actually add it because I don't need to. Hypixel Skyblock. And then right here, you'll just either right click or you can I'm, I'm already derping up. You can hit Control and V, and that will post the address into your bar here. I will leave a link in the description down below to with the IP address there, but I would suggest just go to hypixel.net and get the IP address from the actual website for them and use that. And then you'll hit done, and then it'll pop up here. Okay, once you do that, you'll click the play button, and you should come to this screen right here. Now, sometimes when you come here, you'll go to a test server instead of the main server, and you just need to right click on the little compass in your bar right here, and you'll click to come to the main server hub here. Once you do that, I have the flight ability, guys. Now, there are ranks on this server. As you can see, my rank is MVP plus. If you're just starting out, I would suggest just playing through the game and getting used to the game before you decide whether you're going to buy a rank or not. I'm not going to tell you you need to buy a rank. There are certain things in the game that are easier if you buy a rank. Like there's the carpentry aspect of the game. There's quick crafting that you can't access unless you have a rank. I believe it's. I don't want to. It's. I believe it's MVP plus, if I'm not mistaken. But you have to have certain rank in order to use the crafting, um, the quick crafting mechanic. So there are aspects that you get locked out of if you don't have a rank. I'm not asking you to, I'm not telling you to have a rank. I don't have a user code, so buying a rank doesn't affect me whatsoever. If you enjoy playing the game after about a month or two, I would suggest going ahead and buying a rank. You showing the love to the devs and that kind of stuff. But anyway, once you're here, you want to come forward. Again, we'll go down because you guys won't have flying. And then you just want to come forward, and then I always switch to an empty hand. You don't have to. And then I right click on the one I Skyblock. There's other different game modes here. You guys can watch videos on those if you want to try those out and play those for yourself. The only one I usually ever play is Skyblock. And right click on here. Now, if you've already got a profile, it'll start you in the profile automatically. If you are trying to start a new profile, you want to come to here. This is Profile Manager. As you can see, I have 3 out of 4. I deleted the one for that I've used as a test one. So I always use it for test, and we're going to use that one for the new profile. So I'm going to show you how to go through and get a new profile if you already have another profile. You should start on the same spot that we're getting ready to start on here. So we're going to go to the empty profile slot here. Now, if you're wanting to make a co-op, that means you have multiple players in the game and you guys want to play that together. There's certain actual stuff you have to do. So you have to make the profile co-op, and then you want to add people to your co-op there. But it shows you there. We're making a solo one, so we're just going to click solo. And then there's classic profile. And then there's special modes. If you click special modes, it'll show you that there's an Iron Man, and then there's a Stranded. Stranded is the end of life. So they're no longer developing for Stranded. You can play through that if you want. It's like a harder version where you can't go to the hub. There's no auction house. There's no bazaars. There's no trade. There's no public access to your island. It's just you alone on Skyblock. And that kind of thing, if you enjoy it. I have tried it out. It's not my kind of thing. And then there's Iron Man. You cannot use the auction house. It says no bazaars. That's not actually true, and I'll get to that in a second. And then you can't trade with other players. You can buy booster cookies, and you can buy cosmetics on this one. Again, this one, there's no access to that kind of stuff. So we're going to come back, and we're going to start a regular classic profile. Most of the tips that I'm going to give you are compatible with Iron Man mode. It's just you won't be able to buy stuff from the bazaar. You'll just have to grind them out instead. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start classic profile. And then right here, you got 2 options, cancel, and then you have create new profile. Now again, right here, you're creating a solo profile. Use /co-opt add name to play with friends. Okay, we're going to confirm new profile. When you spawn in for the first time, you'll be on an island just like this. If you got another profile and you're starting a new profile, you'll have to go through the process that I just described to you. And it says this little message here: welcome to Skyblock. This is your island. Skyblock universe has many lands to discover and secrets to uncover. The people to meet. Collect resources, craft items, complete objectives to advance through your Skyblock. So, as you're playing Skyblock, you will have Skyblock levels. This is your leveling, right? Skyblock leveling here, and there's a bunch of different stuff that you unlock as you go. It'll increase your health and other types of rewards. The next milestone that we're looking to do is the community center, but there are other ones. Let's see if we can't. There's a way to look up just the levels. Level reward. There we go. So, at level 3, you get the community center. At Skyblock level 5, you unlock the garden. You unlock your wardrobe. I'll show you that in a second. Auto pickup at level 6. You access to the bazaar at level 7. You can access the Rift Portal at level 12. You access, what is this? 5 billion auction house bid limit. I didn't know that was a thing. And there's more? Yeah, they've added some stuff in here. Daily coin trading limit, 1 billion. At Skyblock level 50, 25 billion auction house bid limit at level 100. Daily coin trade up to 10 billion at level 100. And then at level 200 is the 50 billion auction house bid limit. If you're going to be bidding that much as an auction house thing. You're going to need to be further in the game than starting out. So we don't have to worry about that right now. It's just some stuff you need to worry about. There are specific things in this that we are worried about, okay? We do want to get access to the garden. Garden is one of the best ways to get minion slots. I'll go over that in a second. And also, that's a good starting money-making method. There's tons and tons of different money-making methods in the game. If you don't like the garden where you be farming, there's tons of other stuff you can do. And I'll be going over all of them that I know of. And you guys can leave a comment in the description down below for all the different money-making methods on that video. We're going to do a special video. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is do one video per aspect of the game. This one is just about starting a new profile and getting around, moving around the hub, that kind of thing. Okay, so another thing we're going to want access to is the wardrobe, and then after that we want to get the bazaar unlocked. Okay, that's level 7. In between there, we do want auto pickup at level 6. So you kind of want to concentrate on your skyblock leveling at the beginning. Just to get the auto pickup alone is just imperative for starting new skyblock. So there's several ways of getting out here. There is a quest line right here. We're going to do the quest line so I can show you how that works. But some people will say hit /hub. Sorry. /hub. And that will take you to the hub. Okay. I don't want to do that, so I can show you guys this right here. But when you're starting out, there's a little quest that says break a log. All right. It's just like playing Minecraft. You break the log. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut down this whole tree. Now, you can skip. I'm going to show you how to skip it, but I want to do the initial start if you want to start the way you normally are supposed to start. I'm going to show you how to skip it also. So there we go. And now what we're going to do is open our inventory. You have a crafting bench right here. You can also press the Skyblock menu here, and there's another crafting table already in your Skyblock menu. You also have access to a bunch of different things. There's Skyblock profile where you can look at all your different stats. There's your skills here that shows you all the skills in the game. We have combat, farming, fishing, mining, foraging, enchanting, alchemy, carpentry, which isn't unlocked yet. I will show you how to unlock that one. Rune crafting, taming, social, hunting, and dungeoneering. Social's not one you usually have to worry about. There is ways of getting that kind of stuff. My throat is just irritated today. Hold on. You might have to go get something besides just water. The most important ones right now for us is taming. We want to be working on taming. Taming gives you pet luck, which is very, very important in the game. Enchanting is another really, really important one. Alchemy gives you stronger potion effects, but and intelligence, but you kind of can live without it for a while. I'll show you how to get good alchemy XP for alchemy in a future video. We're not going to worry about that short term. But this is your skills. Any collections that you have will go into here. Like we cut down the oak log, so we get the collection here. And there's an actual amount of collections. So we can get up to 25,000 collection. And as we're doing that, we'll unlock recipes. All right. And then we can craft these recipes and it'll help us out. Oak collection is one that you'll want at the beginning of the game to unlock the storages for your minions that you'll have. I did mention minions. if we come into collections here, there's also crafted minions. Now, to start out the game, your limit will be 5, and you can have up to 32. You want the maximum amount of minions you can possibly put down on your profile, on your island, because you can use that to make money with. Early game, we're going to use it to get stats, okay? But short term, long term, okay? Long term, we're going to be using it to make money. Short term, we're going to be using it to get collections, so we can unlock recipes. And it's going to be imperative that you do that if you are a new player starting a brand new profile. It'll help you out with, and if you're on Iron Man, you're really going to need to do minions. You're not going to want to grind out every single collection in the game manually. You can, just you're not going to want to. Anyway, besides that, you can actually just go to your recipe book, and it separates everything into its own little skill, and you can go there and look up all of the actual recipes that you have unlocked, and you can search it. So there's a search function right here. You can just search and type in whatever you want to look for. Let's go back. I showed you that one. There are quests and chapters in the game. You can get that through here. This is the calendar. You can go in here. It'll show you what upcoming events are coming in the game. And then you can look at the actual calendar, and it'll show you events and stuff that's coming up on the thing here. This is the icon that shows where in the actual month and season that you are at. We are on the 23rd. And yeah, so to get off the island, what I like to do is go ahead and do the quest line. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert these logs into planks. We are going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to put in here 2 more. That, and then sticks. And I'm going to put this down on our bar here. I like to put my crafting table right here on the island. You don't want to always pop on your thing and do your crafting bit right there. So if you got one on your island, you just right click on it and open your crafting thing. Now, this is the quick crafting slots on this side right here, and as it's MVP. So I did say that wrong, and I was going to check for you anyway. You are required to have MVP or higher to get the quick crafting slots unlocked, and you also have to have your carpentry to level 3. Okay, so both those things. We're going to go into how to unlock carpentry in a future video, but right now, let's get off the island. Oh, it tells you to make a pick. We're going to go ahead and do that. 1 pick. Do not use this pick. We're going to use this for crafting minions later. Now I want you to talk to Jerry. That is Jerry. We want to get over there. If you do like my texture pack, it is in the description down below. You can just go. It's the link there is for CurseForge. I believe he posts. I believe the developer of the resource pack, it posts in different forms, so you can go wherever you normally go to get those kind of things. I use CurseForge. Some people don't like that. It's probably everywhere, but you can go get it. I'll show you the texture pack, resource pack here, and it's Block Pixel texture pack. Okay, and that's the developer. And that's the one I use. You don't have to use texture pack. You can. There's one. The people advertise one that you have to buy. I wouldn't buy one, guys. There's so many free texture packs for Skyblock. Just be careful. Make sure you get it from a reputable source. Okay. What I'm going to do is break all this dirt here. I mean, not dirt. Grass around the little island here. If you break the flowers, it will give you a little bit of foraging XP. But we want this to be clean and clear for when we build. Okay. Now, oh shoot, missed that flower. I don't really care about the flowers themselves. And you don't really have to clear off this part up here because we're going to be taking this out. So what we're going to do is we don't have tools right now, and we got to get to the hub to get our tools. But we're just trying to get off the island and get to the hub. That's all I wanted to get to right now. And then we're going to show you around the hub. We're going to go over tools in a second video. Okay. The second video is going to be tools and pets. Okay. So. Now. I do suggest at some point you make a 20 by 20 little island for yourself on here. And one section on one side, make it dirt, that 5 by 5 little dirt blocks. And on the other side, make it just a platform. You can make it 5 by 5, that's fine, but you'll want to place a dirt block like this in the middle of the 5 by 5, like that, up high. And I would suggest you doing that with some kind of light block. Some people like to use jack-o'-lanterns. I use the a prismarine block that shines light. Sea lantern, I think it's called. What we're going to do is we're going to place the block there. We're going to line up with the actual portal there, and then we're going to crouch by hitting shift. Now, depending on how you're playing, you might have to hold it. I do the activate and deactivate. So when I press shift, it crouches me and I don't have to do anything else. I'm not even got my hands on the keyboard, so it just stays activated. That's a setting you can change inside Minecraft. What we're going to do is we're going to pillar our way over. Now, if it's nighttime, you need to be careful because mobs will spawn on this area over here. And then what I like to do is I like to build a 3 by 3 to start out with. No. So we're going to build a second row on the side here, like this. And then what we're going to do is come over to one of these side areas here. And we're going to need like a couple more little blocks here. So that should do it. And then you come over here. Do not talk to Jerry yet, okay? Instead of talking to Jerry, come down right here. There's a little pathway down to the bottom here. Watch out. You will fall out this part, so be careful there. Cut down this pillar here. Just use your hand. And I suggest taking the little steps out also. You can sell these. And I also always take this thing out right here. And then I put this torch down right in the middle for now. This should light this whole area up. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this out. And we're also going to get the water bucket and the lava bucket. We're not going to use this in this video, but I'm going to show you that we do need it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place the grass blocks over here. Don't worry, guys, you can get more grass blocks from the builder. I'll show you that as we're going through the hub. There we go. And we have a few blocks left over, so we're just going to put them over here. That's fine. Now we're ready to talk to Jerry. This is a minion. You start out with a cobblestone minion. We're going to set his little area up here to make him a little bit more efficient. But for right now, you can just go ahead and loot him. You're not going to be able to do anything else with him, and we don't want him to fill up. So we're going to go ahead and go down here and put these blocks up. I'm going to sell the spruce stairs and the fence because I don't need those. And we're going to put the cobblestone in here for now. We're also going to sell these 3 things right here. We might keep the seeds, but we're going to sell the lilies and that. And then we're not going to be making minions right now. Not this one you needed for mining minions. We're going to go over that in a little bit later in the episode, in the series. We're not going to worry about that in the first initial episode. But So what we're going to do is, I always like, okay, so hold on, go back. When you press the menu button, Skyblock menu, you have a storage here. This is your Ender storage chest, all right? And then you have backpacks that you can access in the game. You start out with access to one, and you can unlock them by talking to the fairy and turning in fairy souls, all right? The more souls you turn in, the more backpack slots you will unlock. The fairy souls are strewn in different locations. You will see some of them. I will show you where some of them are. I do not do a guide with all the fairy souls, guys. There's tons of guides on the YouTube for you to find fairy souls. So I suggest going in following one of those. 30 Virus usually has a good one, but I don't think he's updated his for the new hub. So just be mindful of that. And there's a couple of other new islands that have come into existence. I don't think he's upgraded his guide to cover those either. Anyway, you'll start out with one, unless you already have a profile on Hypixel Skyblock. You'll start out with one, and then probably one or two more here that'll just be like little chests. So you have one that looks like this, and then you'll have like a different one on the second one. There'll be like maybe 9 slots or so, and you can upgrade that later on as part of doing your upgrades in the community center. We will go over that. Most of that I've already done account wide, so that's why I have this already unlocked. But I will show you as part of the learning the hub. Anyway, now that we've got everything cleared out, we do want to go ahead and convert this over. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and do 3 more sets of sticks. We will need them. And this is good for right now. Let's go over ahead and go to the hub. We'll talk to Jerry. Okay, and then you walk through the portal to go to the hub. Now, if you don't want to do the initial quest line and you just want to get to the hub, you can use /hub if you have rank, I believe, and it'll teleport you to the hub. When you go to the hub, no matter which way you use, it'll spawn you right here. This is the spawn point, all right? If there's a bingo event going on, which is a special event that lasts 7 days, it'll have special challenges in it. There's a special bingo shop where you can buy stuff in it, and you can look at the bingo card for every month, and there's special little challenges you can do on there. He'll go away after a couple of days. He won't be here. You'll come to this part right here. This is the community center, all right? The only thing you need to worry about in the community center right now is Elizabeth. She is the community center shop. You want to talk to her. You have to get Skyblock level 3 to access her, but she's right here. Go ahead and talk to her once. And then you'll want to know where the mayor's, who's the mayor and who's the minister. Right now, Atrax is the mayor and Finnegan is the minister. If you right click on them, they will show you their perks. We have Atrax is the Slayer mayor, so you Slayers will be cheaper and you'll get more XP off of them and you get more rare drops. Each mayor has a specific type of aspect of the game that they cover. And then Mayor Finnegan is the farming guy. He usually has some kind of farming perk here. And then there's the voting. Every 4 days, we got 3 and some change left for this one. Every 4 days, the mayor election will come up. And you can go into it by stepping on this little teleporter. It'll tell you to port you to the election room. You go up to this thing right here and right click. And it'll open it up and it'll tell you what the next mayors are. You can look over them and it'll tell you what their perks are. You'll get used to the different mayors and what their perks are. You can always go to the Hypixel Wiki. They have their own wiki. I use the Fundum Wiki myself. There's a lot more details on it, but I would suggest you just use the Hypixel Wiki for now, and you find a wiki that you like after that. So you're starting out, use the Hypixel's Wiki, and then I will leave a link to both in the description down below. You can have up to 4 perks, I believe. Some mares do have 4 perks. But you can have as little as like this one. This guy has perks. And the one in the star there is his minister perk. So that's the one he'll have if he's elected or she is elected as minister. She'll have that perk. And then Marina. And then you can vote for them. I'm not going to vote right now. But do come in here and make sure you vote on who you want. To be honest with you, I would love Diane to become the mayor because she has a pet, and it's one of the greatest. It's one of the best combat pets in the game. So one of them, not the best. So we're clear on that. I don't want nobody jumping in the comments and eviscerating me. It's one of the best. There are tons of different pets in the game. But that's the voting aspect of Hypixel Skyblock. We're going to go back outside. That's the only 2 things you usually have to worry about in here. This is you click this guy will take you to the wiki, the Skyblock wiki. Yeah. Sometimes there'll be little city projects in here that you can click on and donate to. Once it's released, and you can't do anything. You can't donate anymore to it. So I'm going to show you around the hub based on you spawning back to here. All right. Anytime you can come in here and click the Skyblock menu here, and you can teleport back to here. All right. Just click this and you'll come right back here. Okay. And if you want to go back to your island, you click your Skyblock menu. You can click fast travel, and you right click on the private island, and you'll go back to your island. One thing that I suggest you do at the start here is come stand on this island over here and hit /set spawn location right there. That's what we want. And now every time I teleport, it'll teleport me back to here. So we're going to go back through the portal here, and we're going to take a look at all the different areas in the hub. We're going to start on the left-hand side and work our way around. So on the left-hand side, come down the stairs, go to the left, and then down the stairs further down here, you'll see a little fountain over here, and then a giant portal with a little skull above it. This is the dungeon hub. You can come in here. This is where you can queue for dungeons. I believe you need a specific Skyblock level to do anything in here, but you can come up here and talk to Mort, and he'll tell you. Yeah, Skyblock level 15 in order to do dungeons. So, but there's a shop in here that you can access. This is Ophelia. If you talk to Ophelia, she'll open her shop. And the only thing I need you guys to worry about in here is the actual super cleaver. The super cleaver is one of the best starting weapons in the game. I'm going to make suggestions on 3 starting weapons for you to get. This is one of them. We'll go over weapons and that kind of stuff in a later video, but I just want to show you that there's a good shop in here for you to buy some stuff. But one of the best starting weapons is right there. I'll show you how to get that in a future video. We're not going to worry about combat or gear or anything like that in this episode. I just want to show you around the hub. So we're going to go ahead and teleport back to the spawn. We're here. The next area is going to be the forestry area. Usually it'll teleport you back to the hub into the hub based on where you went last. If you want to go back to the start of the hub, you can teleport a second time, or you can teleport back to your island first and then walk through the portal. So do that, and then we walk through the portal, and that'll sometimes that will happen. Stop being stupid, Skyblock. Okay, and it'll teleport you back here to the community center. If you ever get that and you do it twice and it won't let you use your teleport fast travel point, sometimes that'll do it. If it still won't let you teleport in, disconnect, reconnect. It'll start you back on your island, and then you can teleport out. It's just a glitch in communication. So from now on, we're not going to come off the actual stairs. There's stairs on each side that comes down. We're just going to jump straight off the edge. That's what everybody else does. I'm going to start back up here just for safety's sake, for sanity's sake. This is where you're going to spawn in, so I want to give you directions from here. So the next is the forestry area. You're going to come off the edge and come over to the left, and then you'll have two things here. You'll have the auction house, and you'll have the bazaar. And then right beside the bazaar is the banker. Come talk to the banker. There you go. And now, when you right click, if people don't jump in front of you, when you right click here, you can deposit any coins that you get. You can withdraw any coins you get, and then it'll show you recent transactions right there. If you have money in your inventory and you get killed, you will lose half of it. So if you've only got 100, you did drop down to 50. That's not that bad. If you got a couple million in your purse and you get killed by a mob or get killed near a mob, so if the game counts you as in combat, you're gonna lose half of it. You're gonna go down to 500,000. So just be careful. Always use the bank to deposit. There's also a bank button right here. You unlock it within Emerald Collection 6. We'll get into that a little bit later. So if you walk past the bazaar here, Bazaar Alley, you'll come to an area over here called the forest. This is the foraging skill area. Once you come back in here, this is the foraging camp. This is the lumberjack merchant. He sells a variety of weapons in here and other stuff, and we are going to take we're going to use some of his stuff. We don't have to buy from him because there's a quest that gives you the promising promising axe, but we can just come here and get wooden tools without having to craft them. They're 5 coins a piece, and you just buy them when you're going to make minions instead of having to craft them manually. You can craft them manually if you want, but you don't have to. While we got this guy open, any shop here has a little sell item thing right here. To sell, just right click, and we're going to go ahead and sell that stuff. Okay. We're also going to use the lava and the water bucket later in a later episode, so I'm going to go ahead and put that up also. This is the lumberjack. When you talk to the lumberjack, he'll start a quest for you. I don't want to do that right now, but he will start a quest for you. Over here's the carpenter. No matter what you do on your first start an account or profile on Hypixel Skyblock, you want to come talk to this guy. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and talk to him. Okay, so he needs, in order to unlock carpentry, he needs a stack of wool. We're going to worry about that in a second. Just remember that you need to talk to him and get that little quest because you want to unlock carpentry skill as soon as humanly possible. Lumberjack here is going to give you a quest line that takes you over into the park, and it's going to be about chopping down these trees for him, and then he'll give you a quest line. We're going to worry about the quest line a little bit later in the series, but we're not going to worry about it right now. I just want to show you where the portal is and that there is a lock on it. You can't get through here without doing the foraging quest line. So we're looking to do that later on. Let's go back to the hub. There we go. And we're at the start. The next one is the mining area. Is it mining? No. It's combat. So we're going to jump off here. We're going to come through the actual portal, your island portal. Come up to these stairs. This is the builder. In here, between here, is where the combat section is of the hub. What we're going to do is we're going to come in here. This is the builder. You can buy blocks from the builder. You can go ahead and talk to him. The different blocks based on different aspects of the game. And if you're wanting the light source that I was talking about there, you can use the sea lanterns, you can use jack-o'-lanterns, you can use glowstone. There's all kinds of blocks that you can use. He sells torches over here. So you can buy all kinds of blocks in there for different monies. This is the redstone guy. We're going to talk to him. He sells different kinds of redstone, including actual redstone dust. Buying the redstone dust from him does not count for your collection of redstone. And then the wool weaver. So we're going to go ahead and talk to her. Get out of the way. She sells different types of different colored stuff. So wool, stained glass, the panes, the regular stained glass, carpet, and wool, hardened stone, that kind of stuff. We want a stack of 64 of the regular wool. And she sells one here. But you can right-click usually on any trade, and it'll show you multiple different types or amounts that you can buy. We want this, and we can see it's going to cost us 2,048, sorry, to get a stack of white wool. We're not going to worry about that right now. Just be noticed that you need to come over here for the carpenter guy and get this stack of 64 wool from her. The only other place that is to get wool is in the barn, the desert area over in the barn, but you're not going to be able to get access to it at this point in the game. So this is the combat area. We're going to go ahead and come through here. The first guy you need to worry about over here is the adventurer. All right, we're going to go ahead and talk to the adventurer. I will note that there is a strategy in Hypixel Skyblock. I think they've mostly patched it out, but if you're going for some kind of like the librarian gambit on the garden, you want to limit the amount of people that you talk to. It's just something that you need to be aware of. Do not talk to the people. Don't talk to anybody but the enchanter, the librarian. If you're going to do the librarian gambit, but that's a like a late game strategy kind of. Once you've been established on the server and you've gotten to know and you start a new account, you can do the librarian gambit kind of thing. I'll go into it a little later, but I'm pretty sure they patched it out to where you can't do that anymore. But anyway, your objective is to actually get enough up to get all of these talismans. All right, this is zombie talisman, skeleton talisman, village talisman, mine affinity talisman, and the intimidation talisman. As you can see, some of these are kind of expensive. You'll need probably about 15, no, I'm going to say 17, no, 27,000. You'll need about 27, so just about 30,000 will get you all of the things in here. And you can actually come in here and buy some of the mob drops. If you right click on them, as you can see right there, you can get multiple of them, and there's a stock limit on some of this stuff. So as you can see here, you can only buy 640 a day. That resets at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So there's lots of other people you can come in here and talk to. We don't worry about those people right now. This is the librarian. You will, no matter what, want to talk to this guy, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you're on a bingo profile, you can just enchant anything in the enchantment book right here, from right here in the hub. On any other type of profile, you have to build your own enchanting table on your island and enchant there, okay? But there is basic enchantments that you can enchant here. I'll just, as an example here, we'll put this in here. And I can put efficiency on this one right here in the hub. See that? But if I wanted to go do like smelting, that's fine. Let me find one that's not. Just see there, requires 2 bookshelves, 2 bookshelf power. So you will want to get an enchanting table on your island. I will go over that with you in a later video. Right now, he sells potions which you can use to get levels, so you can enchant with. He sells books, and there's some basic enchanted books that he sells. So if you want to do that, I don't hardly ever use his enchanted books, but you can do that. This is the weapon merchant here. We're gonna talk to him, and we're going to buy an undead sword. Okay? Just buy one. It's going to be the first weapon you use in the game. There's starting gear with her, and the starting gear with her, Rosita, requires specific levels, but you can talk to her. She'll show you what she has, and then this is the starter set here, there, and then later sets actually require your combat skill to be higher. It splits off here. This is the regular melee combat armor here, and then the bottom set here is for like the mage type of armor, so it has intelligence and stuff on it for that. I will show you which one you're going to get in the series, all right? But for right now, just know that she's there, and if you want the later gear, you can go through her. Over here is the stonk auction. This is a late game kind of thing, so I don't worry too much about this little area right here, but it is there if you want to mess around with that. And then we go further over into this area. Standing outside, this is called the graveyard. Standing outside, this is the tavern here. And this is the bartender here. He will have a quest for you. We're not going to do the quest right now, but I did get a sword so we can attack it if we get attacked by zombies. He gives you a quest to kill 10 zombies, and that will give you combat 1. All right. Once you get combat 1, you will get access to the spider den, and we are going to be going to the spider den. We're not going to go in here just now because we'll have to kill stuff, and I don't want to kill anything right now. But as you can see, that portal over there is to the spider den. We will be visiting that in a later episode when we start getting our tools. But I did want to go ahead and get a sword. There's also a guy downstairs in here. You can see him from here. His name is Maddox. He's the Slayer boss, basically. You go to him as the NPC to do Slayers. So there's 5 different Slayers in the game, and he starts your Slayer missions. You complete them, and then you contact him again. Late game, you can actually get an Abbey phone, and you can call him without coming all the way back here. He also has his own little thing that you can get from him, where you can contact him. That's also viable. So, but we'll go into Abbey phones a little bit later. It's not something you need to worry about. I'm going to go ahead and teleport back to the hub. The next area is the mining area. It's straight, so we're going to go around here. We're going to walk around to the opposite side of the portal back to your island. There's one person you need to worry about over here, and that is Kat. She is the pet caretaker, and you can leave pets with her. She'll level the rarity up for you to a different rarity. There's also a pet vendor in here. We'll go over pets a little bit later. We're not worried about this. This is also a pet caretaker. She will auto level up your pets for you if you leave them with her, and it costs different amounts depending on the rarity. Anyway, we're going to go straight through here across this bridge Over here is the mining area. This is the mining merchant. You're going to want to talk to him. I'm not going to do it right now because so we don't need anything from him. This is the blacksmith here. The blacksmith will actually give you some reforges. It'll cost you money, but you can reforge all your different types of gear. Different gears have different types of reforges on it. This is the reforged anvil. There's certain items in the game that you can combine with your items like armor and weapons and that kind of thing, and it will put a different type of reforge on there, not stuff you can't get from him. And there's some of them can be really powerful, so we will want to do that. In here, this is the runic pedestal. It lets you combine runes. Some mobs will show up in like a little purple text like he's got right here, and when you kill those you'll get runes, and you can come up here and combine them. Like there'll be like a rune one stage 1, right, and you get 2 stage 1s, and you combine it to stage 2, get them up to like stage 5. You can make a little bit of money off of that one. This is the smithmonger. We're going to talk to him. Come back when you reach level 5. And going straight through here, we'll come into the mines here. It's the coal mines, and it'll eventually lead to the gold mines, which requires mining level 1. There's 2 quests for you to do over here. One quest, and that'll be at the blacksmith. Once you talk to the blacksmith, he'll say, hey, get me go mine 5 coal, and I'll show you how to do reforges. So next, there we go. We're going to come off and we're going to the farming area. We're going to go to the left side of the portal right here. Up this side. We're going to come across the bridge here. This is the farming area. If you want to, you can come over here and farm some wheat. There's also a couple of other farm stuff over here for you to do. There's the alchemist here. You can farm. You can talk to her for like an alchemy table and bottles and that kind of stuff she sells in there. Over here, you can farm netherwork if you need to make potions. There is a farming merchant here that you can right click and you can just loot him by pressing collect. There we go. And then there's a farming merchant over here. When you right click her, she has different tools. She sells all the different crops in the game, including mushrooms. She sells some sand if you need sand. She sells cactus, bone meal, and a rookie hoe. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is Jacob. You want to talk to Jacob because he unlocks farming contests, but we're not going to do that right now. Just know that you want to come over and talk to him. We'll get into that a little bit later. And then this way will lead you to the barn and also the desert. Again, you need farming skill 1 in order to get through here. So you're locked out until you get your farming skill up. When you go back to the hub, the last area we're going to worry about is the fishing area. You come off to the right here. You can come off to here and head right. Actually, there's 2 areas. I'll go over that one in a second. This is the fisherwoman. She will start the quest line for you to unlock fishing. And there's a fishing island for you to go to. It works a little bit different than all the other ones. There's not a portal that you have to go through. You come over here and do her quest line. Once you get fishing level 5, she'll tell you to come over here to Jared. As you're coming over here, you'll see a fishing merchant. Right here. If you talk to the fishing merchant, he has a complete set of fishing armor. He has a sword that has impaling 3 on it that is more damage to aquatic mobs. In Skyblock, when you fish, you have a chance to pull up a sea creature instead of actual fish, and they will start attacking you. So you want to kill them. So you can also buy fish. Mostly people, it's really expensive to buy it from him, but most people buy them when they're trying to do fishing minions. I will go over minions and what you need to do for fishing minions. There's also a little starter bait here that gives you extra fishing speed. Just increases the time of between bites on your fishing rod. And you can buy a starting fishing rod from him. She gives you a fishing rod to start up the quest line, so you don't really have to buy the fishing rod from him. Gwynny here. She tells you about fishing stats. Yeah, so you come in here and she'll tell you about the different fishing stats. We're not worried about that right now. This is Fisher Jared. He'll give you the quest to get over to the new Backwater Bayou. He's basic. Well, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but he'll give you a quest line. You go do it, and then you turn in the quest over at the ship guy. You get this ship guy by coming over here, going across the bridge here. And talking to the captain, Captain Baja. You need fishing skill 5 in order to do the navigations. Let's go back to the hub and talk about the other. You're already full? If you come back here and he's full, loot him. We're going to solve that problem soon. So, last thing we need to worry about is that little off-put area. So you want to come over here. This is, I believe, the wizard tower. At the beginning of the game, there's not much you can do with the wizard tower, but this is the way you can come up here. There is some little guys to talk to over here. There's a lot more people to talk to in the hub, guys, so make sure you go to the wiki and look up all the different areas. There's a dyes guy over there. There's a plumber, so make sure you're looking up all the different people you can talk to. We'll go into more of the details on the specific ones that you need to worry about in later episodes. But this is the wizard's tower. You go all the way to the top and talk to the wizard, and he'll let you go to the rift if you've gotten your level up high enough to do that. And back here is a little portal. Now, nobody actually knows what this is to, and it's never opened. So, go ahead and speculate all you want to your heart's content what this door is. Nobody knows. Yeah. And feel free to just come in here and explore, look around. If we come down here, there's the ferry by the lake. I haven't been down here since they updated the hub. There she is. This is a fairy soul. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and collect this one. You just click it to collect it, and then if you've already collected it before and you click it, if you don't remember, you just click it again. It'll tell you I've already collected that, and then you can talk to Tina, the Tia, the fairy here, and turn in the fairy souls for unlocks. So we're gonna go back to the hub. There we go. We're back at spawn, and at this point, you basically got a full exploration of the hub. There's the different areas starting from left to right. Most of the areas you will not have access to until the portals out of the areas. You will not have access to it until you start doing stuff. There's a specific way that we want to do this. I'm going to go over that in the next episode. For right now, we're just going to leave it here, okay? The next episode will be Friday, and I'm going to go over starting equipment, okay? So we're going to get starting gear, starting equipment. We're going to go through the different quests that you need to do at the beginning to get your starting gear up and get you into stuff. Now, if you're an experienced player, you're going to do it differently than what I'm saying, all right? I am giving you the most efficient way for you to do it and unlock stuff, okay? So, that being said, we're going to go back to our island. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you don't want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you gotta do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like. There's a share tab down below. There's links there, social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube. A post tab. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. Something I forgot to show off in the hub, put it down there. I'll do it in a future video. I will see you guys later.